Chef Maria. I will be doing a live cooking demonstration in about 60 seconds. If you would like to come over to my tent to sample some wonderful goodies from your vendors here, hardworking people at the market, please come by and grab some free pasta. Yes, free pasta. So in about 40 seconds, I'll start this demo.
Woo! Wow. So are you going to watch? You have to watch the cooking demo. Right here, live. Literally in front of us.
I thought I brought my bigger backpack. Yeah. Like, that was exciting. We tried like that. I don't remember what was the one we was getting to, but I think
Maria, I'm actually going to get closer.
So I've got with the Tussie sub one or completely plain, no salt or anything. It's real cold right now, so you should be able to put a real small amount on top.
Sure.
Right behind you, our beginners today.
Thank you so much. I'll do a both. We have one for vegan and then one to add the cheese. This together.
Thanks, Jody.
Thank you so much. All right, we got some extra ingredients here. All right, well, hello. Again, I am Chef Maria Anderson, and the name of my business is called Terabytes. So what I do is I go to farmers markets and partner with other organizations, churches and community organizations with farmers markets, and I help transform healthy ingredients into really easy dishes at home. So my goal is to make the fresh ingredients less intimidating and really show you easy, cheap, and convenient ways to incorporate it into things you eat every day. So I am partnering today with Tolerant Foods. It is a single ingredient legume pasta. If you guys have not had a chance to come, please talk to them about their product. It is awesome. Why I agreed to take this job with Tolerant, and the great thing about me being an entrepreneur is that I get to work with who I want to work with. So they send me the information and researching the company, and they send me boxes to try out for my own picky kids. I have an 8-year-old and a 2-year-old. So when I was able to make them eat it, it passed the test for me. And so my 2-year-old has allergies. He has food intolerances. So there are a lot of things that he can't eat. So with this pasta, we love pasta. This was a great way for me to still be able to share those dishes with him because we no longer eat the foods that he can't eat. You know, it hurts him. It hurts us too. So anywho, so I am going to start with I have the red lentil penne today. So I boiled it already. That's what I've been doing all morning, just kind of boiling the pasta. So I hope I don't lose all of it. So one of the first things I'm going to do is make the vinaigrette. So now vinaigrettes are really, really easy for you to make on your own. Be careful of the vinaigrettes in the store, especially if you're trying to cut down on sugar and other things like that, because a lot of vinaigrettes have tons of sugar and also soy or other products. So it's really easy for you to just make it at home. So one of the things I'm going to start with just olive oil. Anyone make vinaigrettes at home or have a favorite vinaigrette? Okay, what's your favorite? Balsamic, yeah, balsamic is really, really easy to make too. You're not gonna lose all the pasta. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm gonna zest the lemon. Anyone use lemon zest or anything? Anyone know what the lemon zest is? Okay, so the zest is that green part on the outside of your citrus fruit. This adds it's really like a punch of the citrus flavor without having the acidity. So a lot of chefs may use this in desserts. I'll use it in salsas, also with the juice, but it's really, really good. It adds a really bright flavor. So I'm going to zest this right into the olive oil. Now what you want to be careful of when you're zesting a lemon, you only, or any citrus fruit, once or twice across the blade, this is a microplane, is enough. Once you start to see that white, that pith, stop. Because if you keep grating, it'll just be bitter. And then it'll have the reverse effect of what you're looking at. Any questions so far? Got anything? No? All right. So I'm going to zest the lemon first, of course, because it's easier to zest before you slice it and squeeze the juice out. So one of the things that I do normally when I come to farmers markets, I do a lot of what are called rice mixing. I have to be really sneaky for my kids to get them to eat healthy foods. And so I've noticed that maybe an herb, and mix it in rice, they'll eat it. So my kid, especially my 8-year-old, she's always, Mom, I don't eat mushrooms, I don't eat radish, I don't eat beets, I don't eat cilantro stems. But little does she know, we eat everything. So I love focusing on zero waste, using nearly as close to 100% of the product that I can, which is why I really love using the zest. And I also use, what I was talking about, the stems. I use the tops of the carrot. I'll pick off the leaves on the tops of the carrot and chop that up. The exact same thing. I'll mix that raw in the rice. I'll take greens all the time. Kale greens are the best. Kale greens, I'll chop them up super small like parsley. If you want, you can just blend them up real quick in your food processor. But I'll mix them up super small like parsley, and then mix them raw in the foods, in the rice, and they'll eat it. The same thing with the pasta. I may even blend up the veggies in the pasta sauce. That's a really good way too. If you have a kid that won't eat anything with texture, just blend it up in the sauce. If you can get them to eat the sauce, blend it up. One of the things that I was suggesting for my 2-year-old, he won't eat the pasta like it is, cold like this, because one is too big for him, and he can still taste it. So what I would suggest, if you make the pasta, if you have babies, chop it up smaller, and that way that'll incorporate the flavor of whatever sauce that you have really good, and it will help to mask it. You have to mask things for kids. So that's a really good way to do it. So I'm gonna go ahead, and I've got you guys see I've got the zest in here. Really good. Okay, let's get some lemon. You can use any type of acid. You can use lemon juice, you can use lime juice, orange juice. Drop it in there. Any type of put that in there. No questions about anything? Everyone's good? All right, cool. So for the vinaigrette, I put it in here. You could whisk it at home, but we'll get to that in a minute. I put it in here. I'm gonna put the top in and shake it real good. That'll help us. So I've got the lemon in there. I'm gonna put a little bit more. And it's really up to you, the taste, the flavor. For me, I love incorporating 2 parts oil to 1 part vinegar for my vinaigrette. You can do 1 and 1. You can do a little bit of oil with just some salt and pepper. Or if you choose, I've got to have my towel. Or if you choose, you can even do just the vinegar. That's fine as well. Okay, so we've got the lemon juice in there. I'm going to put some of the basil. Now, I love herbs. Again, all of this is from here at the market. This is what it all looks like, except the tomatoes. I kind of broke those down. But what I love about herbs is that they add great flavor without adding salt. They really add an extra flavor profile to whatever it is that you're cooking. So when I said about masking for my kids, it's all a progression. It takes time. So I started with parsley, chopped up super small, just to get them to eat something green in the food. So once we got over that hump, then I added parsley, and then I added herb. And then so it's a different dish, a different herb, basil, or oregano, or thyme, or rosemary, just to get them accustomed to, again, we're still eating rice just about every day because it's something that they eat every day. And if it's not broke, don't fix it. At least they're getting their veggies. So put that in there. In here, got the basil. Okay, so a little bit of salt. You don't have to put a lot of salt. I would suggest salting your pasta, but if you don't want, if you're on a salt-free diet, then you really don't have to worry about it. I mean, the pasta is flavorful, you guys will see. Okay, no questions?
You're doing great, Maria.
Okay, now honey. Who loves honey? Really, everybody, right? I love honey. Every single farmer's market that I go to, I have to get the honey. And what amazes me about honey is that it looks different from every vendor that you get it from. It'll look different and taste different every season from the same bees. It'll taste different. So it's awesome. I love the fact that it's not, you can't see straight through it. So if you're in the store, guys, really be careful. Of course, if you go to places, Whole Foods and the local farmers markets and places like that, you'll find raw honey. You'll find honey that hasn't been processed and stripped of its nutrients. The majority of the honey that you'll find in the huge grocery stores, if you can see straight through it, more than likely it's honey flavored corn syrup. So you really have to be careful. honey also should not have an expiration date. So look out for that as well. So the reason why you shouldn't be able to see straight through the honey, it still looks a little cloudy, because it has not been stripped of its natural healing properties and nutrients and everything, antibacterial. Honey's amazing. I know we're all on our phone. Let's look it up one day, the benefits of honey. So, of course, if you're a diabetic, you want to be careful anyway, sugar. However, if you're like me, I love sugar in my coffee a little bit. This is definitely a much better choice than using raw sugar that's been stripped or that honey flavored corn syrup that's all right, so enough of that. Go ahead and put
Which do you think is
honey in here. Oh, I love honey so much. You guys good? No question? Okay. So, and also, I suggest using like a fork, to do that with the honey. Meaning it's very easy to over pour when you have the honey. So if you have the jar like this and you start going, if it just, gets that momentum, then you're done. You've got all that honey in there, and there's really nothing you can do to take it. Well, you can take it out. There's a lot more. Okay. So, good so far? Mix that on in there. So we've got the salt, the pepper, we've got the oil, we've got lime juice and lime zest. So mix it around that fork just to get all the honey off of that fork. Come on. Alrighty. Make sure I hold it tight before I embarrass myself.
Oh.
I've been covered in some of everything. I've worked in restaurants, I've worked in school kitchens, I've worked at ballparks and stadiums, and yeah, I've been covered in just about everything. Okay, so look at that. It's good, right? So when you mix it, a lot of problem with the vinaigrette, you have that separation. One of the ways to kind of help with that is the honey. The honey really helps bind it together. So especially if you shake it up really, really good. Another good binder is the Dijon mustard. You have Dijon mustard, that's really good to kind of bind it too. But yeah, so we get this nice, pretty vinaigrette. I think it's prettier than in the store, especially if you make it yourself. And again, use a different vinegar or a different oil. You'll get a different flavor. So I am going to taste it. See where we are. That's delicious. I want to make sure it tastes okay, because I know you guys will say, oh yeah, it's okay. And you go back there and say it needs more salt. We're going to knock that out right now. So, and it does need a little bit more salt. So just a little. And again, for this entire box, I would suggest maybe a half a teaspoon, a little bit more pepper in there too. Okay, so we got the vinaigrette going. So I want to add the vinaigrette to the pasta first, because give it a little time to kind of sit. So here we go, just pouring that on in there. Get all of it out. It bothers me so much when I watch the cooking shows, and then they'll have everything in the little containers, and then they'll go with the sauce and they'll take it out, and it'll still be so much sauce in there and everything. And it's like, it's food. I hate being wasteful. To me, it's just being wasteful. So, and then it's harder on the dish team too.
Oh.
All right, so I'm gonna mix all that in there. And what I like about things like the penne or rotini, it really holds the sauce, especially this. So I really want to give it time so that sauce can go on the side, let it marinate a little bit in there. Okay, so now, good stuff. Well, the better stuff. So we're gonna add these tomatoes. Now, cherry tomato, any tomato from the farm is delicious. I love fresh tomatoes that are right from the farm. They're sweet. They're a lot sweeter than what you'll find in the store. Oftentimes, in the larger supermarkets, the tomatoes are picked before they're ripe because they have to survive the trip. So they pick them so that they're still tough. They can survive the truck, the beating up, getting on the truck, and then the truck to wherever they're storing it, the storage to the store, wherever they're storing it, and then the storage to eventually the floor. And how long, I don't know how long the process is. Sometimes it can be months. I've worked at a lot of supermarkets, so I know, you guys. So fresh farmers markets and places that get local harvested produce is always the best way to go. And always you get more flavor. When it's seasonal, you retain more of the nutrients. So, and again, it tastes better. So I'm going to add some of these in here. Anybody else like tomatoes?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah? Mix that on in there really good. And I like pretty food. I don't know about you, but I love colorful food. I love having at least 3 colors on my plate. It's just okay, so we've got the tomatoes in there, and then we've got peaches. Anyone else like fruit in their salad? Yes, they're nice. I love fruit and on my salad. My regular lettuce salads, I'll put all fruit, peaches, blueberries, grapes, watermelon, because I love eating the salad. I don't put sugar in my dressing, again, make my own vinaigrettes, but I love that real nice pop of sweet, as I'm eating, especially with the grapes. Grapes are my favorite on the salad. Cut them in half and put them on there. You guys should try it. Try it for yourself. It's okay to not like it, like I tell my kids, but at least give it a try. So we're gonna mix those peaches on in there. Good stuff. And again, I have to mask it for the kids. I have to mask it to get them to eat it. So hot pepper. I'm gonna take some out first because I know that some of the kids may not want the hot peppers. I'm gonna put a little peppers in there. It's pretty much done. I'll just, and for anyone else who may be fearful of the peppers, are there any questions so far? And this is really it. I'm gonna, don't go anywhere. This is just for the kids. Grown up, don't flake out. I don't need you guys to be scared right now. I need you guys to try it, all right? All right, so I only see a couple kids. So, all right, put some hot peppers in here. That's it. I don't want to hurt you. So I was really wanting some banana peppers yesterday, and I went to the store. I got about 10 of them. We grilled them. And then they were orange. They were turning orange. I'm like, oh, I've never seen oranges before. You know, whatever. And then I go and I take one huge bite because I'm so ready. I've got the oil, I've got the salt, the pepper, the lime juice, the lime zest, and I almost died because it's so incredibly hot. Okay. So enough of that. We got everything mixed in here. Got some hot peppers. And we've got some nice colors. Some nice colors in here. Really good source of protein, you guys, this pasta, which is really important, especially if you're, on vegetarian or vegan diets. You know, people are always, no one cares about your protein until you tell them you're a vegetarian or a vegan. And then, where you get protein? Well, the same place the animals do. You know, they can't make it easy. So, but a really good source of protein. So I've got the hot peppers in there, and that is it. I am going to let you guys sample. The recipe is here, along with the free pasta. So please come along and grab some of that. Make sure you grab some of that. And you can always interchange your fruit. You change the fruit, you change the pasta. You change the herb, you change the pasta. You know, you change the base pasta, you change the pasta. So you can really interchange a lot of different things, which makes it easy to incorporate healthy items into your food. Just put it into stuff that you eat every day, really mask it. So that is it. I'm gonna put these cups here. I'm gonna be making some for a little bit, at least another batch. So if you guys don't be mad, please.
So these ones are for the kids, the smaller.
These are
okay.
the kids, the ones without the peppers. You guys come up and try. Here we go. And then you can grab a napkin. I didn't want to put them out because they were going to fly away. All the good stuff.
Oh.
You're welcome. You want a fork? Oh, okay. So you guys try and let me know what you think. I'm going to try to hurry up here.
Maria, do you need help serving? Okay.
And feel free to, if you have any general cooking questions or anything about tools or anything like that, please let me know. I'm going to be here for a little bit answering questions for you. So thank you. Again, I am Chef Maria Anderson. My business is Terabytes. And wanted more information, including about my private dinner parties, just let me know. Thank you. Have a great day.
Thanks, Maria.